I'm telling y'all, they always tell you straight to your face. They don't even hide anymore.
Sacrifice loved ones. You have to sacrifice loved ones for a long period of time if you want to be great. It is very unfortunate, and you feel it at times. You know the saying: if it's too hot, get there. Sometimes you just gotta get out of the kitchen because it gets hot. But you have to have a discipline. So sometimes you have to sacrifice loved ones in order to be great. And for me, I was 18 when I came into the league. So I got my best friends from high school that's now in college. I got one that's at Ohio State, and they're calling me, telling me, "Hey, bro, you gotta come down to these parties." And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I look back on it now, I wish I would have done a few of them. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, I wish I did.
We all know LeBron James is a part of the club, and they always tell you in their jokes, they're jokes. He's been in for a while.
Family, we are back. I want to thank you guys for being here like I always do. I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope you're loving somebody, and don't feel dumb for doing it. If you feel dumb for loving somebody, it's probably because they're not showing you the same love, if any at all. Love somebody, y'all. It's okay. Fellas, it doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you it doesn't make you a cat. I'll say that. Love somebody, y'all. Check on your people. Y'all know what word I really want to say. But we're going to review and react to a few clips. I did a video on each of these people separately, but I found some more clips that was really interesting, and I wanted to bring those to you guys today to get your opinions. Now, there's a clip in here with Oprah. Oprah is really trying to trigger this man on live TV. Excuse me. Watch how she speaks about this man's father, but pounds her hand every time she says a certain word. This was so distasteful. Let's get to the content.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.
Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure it's about to go up. Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure it's about to go up. Roll my blunt and pass my lighter.
All right, now what we're going to watch and listen to, y'all, it's very distasteful. I don't care about these people that people call idols or celebrities or stars or anything like that. I don't care about them at all. But just life, period, I care about that. Listen at the words she chooses to use. Watch the hand gestures. She told Jordan, "I know your dad had to go." Woman, who told you? Who told you? Who said he had to go? Let's get to it.
I mean, I know he had to pass, but I think he was murdered. And the fact that he was murdered is a searing kind of pain. I mean, have you dealt with that? Have you accepted the fact he was murdered?
No, because I'm...
Come on, y'all. Make it make sense. Why is it okay? Notice the number of times she did it. 3 times. 3. The fact that he was, the fact that he was, the fact that he was, Did it really call for that? What was she trying to do for her ratings? Did she want to break this man down with those trigger words on purpose? We know he was M'd. Did it take you to hop on national television, pound your fist in your hand, and say those words with so much emphasis to this man? Come on, man. You gotta make it make sense. She exposed this man's offering, allegedly. We know he had to go, but did it hurt that he was, Come on, woman. You're not speaking to a fool.
I'm a very optimistic person to the sense that I don't look at the real
bad part of it. I looked at no matter what happened to my father, he's not here.
Yeah.
So he's passed to me. I want to look at it in a good sense.
Now, this next clip, y'all, check out how Chameleonaire says Jordan treated him. He bidded $7,000 for some jerseys. I guess they were signed, whatever. But listen to how nasty he says Jordan's energy was to him. I'm kind of shocked, but not shocked. But you got to think about these people, and when they actually go out, all of the times they got to deal with people that are so interested in them. It still gives you no leeway to treat people like this, especially your supporters, no matter how rich you are, how famous or whatever. It's still no reason to do this, but check this out.
Now, I understand. I kind of expected him to say no. So I wasn't mad if he said no. But the way he said it, he said, "Oh, hell nah, man. I ain't taking no pictures of no niggas." And he said it like that. And I was like, I kind of got stunned for a second because I was like, wait a second. I don't think he heard. I turned back and my boys were just looking at me like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of thought that he didn't hear what I said. And I was like, keep in mind, I had just came from a Reggie Bush event. Everybody knows about the Michael Jordan jersey, right? Me and Reggie Bush was doing this event, right? And he was auctioning off these jerseys. So I had to keep on raising my hand and bidding for these jerseys, right? And it was a Michael Jordan jersey, an Allen Iverson autograph, the Shaq, a Vince Carter. There was a whole bunch of jerseys, right? And I kept raising my hand. It was like 1,000. I raised my hand. They said 2,000. And some dude raised his hand. And they said 3,000. I raised my hand. They said 4,000. We kept going back and forth. And then I finally went over to him at 7,000. It was like, hey, man, stop raising your hand, man. You don't want them jerseys. And he was like, I said, man, how about we stop and then we both split the jerseys at 7,000 and we split the money. And he was like, all right, cool. So we didn't raise our hands no more. And then they said, sold to Chameleonaire and that guy right there for $7,000. So the guy tells me that he wasn't even tripping. He didn't even want to get the jerseys. He was just trying to show off to Kim Kardashian, who was on the stage. I was like, man, this dude that made me pay $7,000 for these jerseys, and he didn't even want the jerseys. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, whatever, right? I'm telling Michael, I'm like, I just bid $7,000 for a Michael Jordan jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he goes, you know what? I'll tell you what. You pay $15,000 right now for a jersey from me, and I'll take a picture with you. And keep in mind, Michael Jordan's real tall. He's looking down on me. And I'm looking up at him like, man, I've never been so heated in my life, man. My heart just started racing like, I'm about to steal off on this fool. And I thought about all the times when I used to pause the little video game or the basketball game and draw the picture of this dude dunking. I thought about all the times when I seen John Starks come baseline and just dunk on them fools. I thought about the time when Allen Iverson crossed him over, and I was like, what? Jordan, how you let Allen Iverson cross you over? Like, big Michael Jordan fan. And it's just the way he did it. And then, who was it? Paul Pierce. One of them was like, yo, hey man, chill out. That's Chameleonaire, man. He was like, I don't give up. And he cursed. He said, I don't give up, nigga. And I was like, and then you know what I did? I just sat there for a second. I just sat there and looked at him, and then I turned to Spike Lee and I said, you know what? I appreciate it, brother. It's all good. And I shook Spike Lee's hand, and they all had that look like, man, you know, that's just how Mike is. You know what I'm saying? I shook everybody's hand, and then I walked off, and then Ray Allen was over there. And Ray Allen was like, hey man, he took a picture with me. I guess they was kind of doing it because they kind of felt kind of like a certain way or something. You know, I took a picture with Paul Pierce and everything, but it wasn't really even that big a deal. I expected him to say no. It's just the way he said it. It was the most rudest. I'm probably not even repeating it as mean as he said it. So after that, I was like, wow, man, this dude must really be, he must feel a certain way inside where he just treat people like that. And keep in mind, when I used to stay in Chicago, a lot of y'all know about I used to stay in Chicago, the people that I used to stay with, they used to tell me all the time that Michael Jordan was bad, man. He just be smoking weed, cursing all day. I didn't believe it. I was like, no way, not Michael. You know what I'm saying? Because the image that he portrayed. And then it was like, they knew because they used to clean his cars. They used to work.
That's crazy work. Crazy work. But more so, it's a lot of these people that are like that. A lot of these celebrities are not happy, y'all. Not whatsoever. You got to think about what they have to do to get the fame, to maintain the fame. And that's just the fame. That's not the money part. Just because you're famous doesn't mean you're rich. These people allegedly have to do a number of things to maintain that lifestyle. And the worst part about it is a lot of these people aspire to be the people they are now from young ages. They don't know that it entails certain protocols. Most of them don't, allegedly. Now, LeBron. The clip I played at the beginning is what made me make the video yesterday and also influenced this one today. A lot of people are saying he chose himself after it's all said and done, meaning that he doesn't want to give anyone from his family, allegedly. He wants to give himself. Let's get to the clips, y'all.
So is LeBron James really struggling to get out of a deal with the devil? Like, I'm really questioning after this latest post-game interview. Like, he not only said he wanted to live, but he said it in a very concerning way. I mean, the man was asking, did you want to continue playing basketball? Like, were you going to be here next season? I mean, the most we were expecting were you saying, yes, I want to continue on for another season or two, or no, I actually want to retire now. We didn't expect you to say, I want to live in a concerning tone. There was some unsettling traces of disturbia, if you will, in his response that felt slightly palpable. Slightly, because we're trying to put the pieces together due to that response after we had already heard allegations of him making a deal with the devil and him having to decide on who to sacrifice, either himself or someone in his family. And most people don't want to believe in those type of things because we just think that's just too far-fetched and people aren't going that far, but they are. And people think that people only compromise their morals and such in just the musician world or the acting world. It happens in sports too. There are many people who have been stars that have gone to witch doctors and Haitian priests to get charms to be the best player in the world, the best soccer player, the best football player, the best basketball player. It happens to a lot of famous people in the league. Okay, so I've heard of this for many years. Actually, this is not new to me, and I remember it being so bizarre and crazy to me, but I believed it 100%. I've heard of many stories of different celebrities and athletes and such going to get charms to be the best at something or to be on a certain level. It's not new. It's just not. So I wouldn't be surprised if he made some sort of deal, you know, and got some sort of contract. Even though he was already naturally gifted in that area, people will still be met with deals from the devil to be at a certain point and level, believe it or not. So yeah, this is actually really bizarre. That was really unsettling to hear, in my opinion, to see that interview, especially after all the allegations. So do with that what you will. I mean, he said himself, I just want to live. Yikes. I mean, you just want to live. I hope you don't mean what we think you mean.
I hope you don't mean what we think you mean. Why would we think he means what we think he means? Put that in perspective. Now, a lot of people say that these people hide the truth in jokes and things like that, but they put these things right in our faces. And it's so in our faces that people that are blind to the fact, they don't realize the truths that are being told. So they just don't believe any of it. Then when something happens, they're sitting there even more confused. I do feel like, and this is my honest opinion, I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong, but I do feel there was something deeper from his statement. I do feel that he thinks certain things about Kobe and a few other people. That's a wicked statement to make. I just want to live. Sir, you're living now. You're living a life a lot of people could be envious about. You're living the life that a lot of people would trade you for in a heartbeat. So why make the statement, I just want to live?